You are the chosen one. You gonna be the first millionaire in your family. You are the chosen one. You, who your bloodline has been waiting for, the generational curse breaker, the black sheep, your entire life. And you used to see that as a bad thing. You used to get down about it because you don't fit in, no matter where, or you try to fit in, blend in. You never could and you never would. That's simply because you was born to stand out among the crowd. You have been sanctified, set apart for God's special use. Throughout all the warfare, or the challenges, or the struggles, the upheavals, the tests that you went through, God is using all that to train you up, to strengthen you spiritually for the place that you are going, for the level that you are entering, the next level. You are the one that God chose to set your bloodline free. You know? What are you gonna do? You know, it's not something you asked for. It's you're anointed and appointed to break generational curses. You're chosen to break generational curses of addiction, fornication, adultery, idolatry. That's why your battle is huge and it feels like it will never end. You got all that on your shoulders. Poverty. You were chosen to break all of these toxic cycles. You were chosen to break those generational curses of bloodline and fight the same ancient spirit that Yeshua fought and ended up on the cross. All this time you are being educated on these things. While you're being attacked, that's your education. That's little by little. There's the education lane. For someone, you've been called to deliverance ministry. You know what's deliverance ministry? You stand, and this is what you're anointed for. For some of you, you stand, and you have a crowd of people in front of you, and you give deliverance from demon because of your authority and your voice. Yes. You're someone so sensitive to the spirit. You can see and hear in the spirit. And you're able to discern. And maybe you're not quite mastered there yet, because you're still in preparation. God is using all the warfare and what you're overcoming to sharpen that gift in you. Yes, you are called to deliverance. You know, don't get it wrong. It doesn't have to be the traditional way. You may make a song that will deliver people. What do you think these demons are after you? They don't want nobody delivered and healed. The experiences you went through, it blows an average person's mind. You know, you may be seeing it a little scary, but when you made it, you was like, fuck that shit. If that couldn't take me out, what can take me out? This is why you've been called. I prophesy over you this day. You're gonna deliver many. You're gonna bring thousands upon thousands to Christ. That's who delivered you. You have been set to set the captive free. A lot of are called, but few was chosen. this. Once you encounter such a warfare and spiritual attack, and you still have the strength, I'm not gonna give up, definitely not. Like the greater the attack, the bigger the blessing on your life. Don't give up. He's already using you to touch many life in ways that you can never even imagine. You're the one who called and chosen to set a lot of people free. It doesn't stop about your bloodline or your house or your neighborhood. It doesn't stop there. Because there's some people, they don't want to be delivered. There's some people, they don't want to be. They just want the blessings out of you. They don't give a shit about that, They don't give a shit about this stuff, For the generation yet to come. Remember that thing. You may have felt burden for a while, but remember that things. If it wasn't of your ancestors that they thought of you at those long time ago, you wouldn't be existing now. Don't be ignorant and think about the future generation in order to have a continuation. Because those who don't will go to extinction, and people will wonder what happened to this bloodline, why they are few, why some of them, they don't exist anymore. Heaven and hell in war, and your soul is the price. Don't sell it short for no motherfucker. There is no amount of money in this world can cover the value of it, because you don't know how deep and unique your soul is that came here to do something, a purpose. You are much more important than you can ever imagine. But the Matrix has made you think, little me, you're not a little. No, you are.